Hi, my name is Alex. I'm 33 from Georgetown, Texas, and this is Financial Audit. I mean, couch obviously isn't the only reason why the credit card balance is that high.
Then why were you setting it up to say the reason why is because of this?
That's kind of where it started, honestly. It was like that.
Wait, when did you move? You said you've only been here for a year?
Yeah,
So you've built this up in less than a year.
No, that's not true.
You just said this was the start.
This was so, okay.
Everything you're saying is wrong. Every time you set something up, it is found out to be incorrect.
Okay. There's so much more that goes on with it.
Then tell. You're literally on a podcast.
Right.
I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be mean, but you're just saying incorrect things. You're leading me down the incorrect path constantly. So please.
All right. So in 2022, I sold my first house. And the market,
great year to sell.
Exactly. The market went up. I made a pretty good profit.
Love it.
And this is where things they were really good for a while and then they got bad. So I sold the house. I profited $38,000. I paid off all of my debt. All of it. I had zero debt besides the car.
Kind of don't like that specifically.
So
because it's kind of a shortcut instead of actually changing your behavior that got you there in the first place, because then you're going to get right back and
exactly. No, yeah. So since I had all my debts paid off, I had some friends who already told me like, oh, get an American Express card. They're free for military members. You can get all these points, get free flights, free hotels. Cool. And I'm like, it's free because you still have the interest rate, unfortunately, but you don't have to pay the yearly like $750 membership fee. So that's the free part.
But a 30% interest rate's okay.
No, absolutely not. No, I hate the interest rate. And like now that it's so high and every time I look at it, I'm like, that's a lot of interest that I'm paying. And I feel dumb right now.
But we don't budget.
So I still had the money. I still had money in my account. And then I flew my kids and my mom to Korea for the entire summer in 2022. And that was extremely expensive. I think flights alone were like $8,000. And then
Not usually something that just someone in the military could just randomly afford, especially since that's more than a month of your income.
Yeah, no, absolutely not. It was really expensive for sure.
It was really dumb.
Well, yes, but at that time.
How much did you spend total on that trip?
Probably like all in all, by the end of it, because it was about like, I want to say 6 to 7 weeks, it was about $15,000.
Ooh.
It was.
Yeah, we're talking like. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah, it was honestly, it was so
2.5 months of your net income.
It was, well, honestly, and back then I wasn't even getting housing allowance because when you're living in Korea, you don't get housing allowance at all. Okay. So, and I was a lower rank and I had less years in service.
Well, where's this story going?
I ran out of savings and
I
kept using it.
Why?
Because I was using like my income and like whatever I couldn't pay with my income, I would pull it out of the savings account.
This is why we budget.
Yeah. Plus, like,
if you were draining from your savings, you were obviously spending too much and you didn't recognize that?
I mean,
did you have a kid at that point?
How
old is your kid? Oh, your kids. How much? How old?
Well, right now they're 10 and 12.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. So
they've been around for a second. So somehow you were draining your savings while that was happening, while the children existed on this planet.
For sure.
Those are choices. Okay. Those are certainly choices.
I'd like to not be in this much debt. I really am. I want to get.
How much did you spend last month?
Figured out.
I know you don't have an answer, but go ahead. How much did you spend last month? Let's try a little best guess.
Guess, probably like $8,000.
Okay. Well, I don't even know how to like take that. So again, 6,420 came in. You spent 6,643. Still more than came in, which obviously is not helping our overall debt balances go down. But why did you think you spent $8,000, and why would you be okay with spending $8,000?
So for last month, like I was trying to, obviously do okay, but
what does that mean?
Well, with like spending, like I really have been.
You were trying to do okay, but you thought you spent $2,000 more than you brought in. What are you talking about?
I was just guessing. I was guessing high, and I guessed too high, and that's good.
Yeah, but you said you were trying. So if you thought you were trying, you would think you'd spend about what you made. So if after trying you thought you spent $2,000 more than you brought in, then what are we talking about?
I mean, obviously, I know I spend more than what I make because my credit card is $26,000.
So what's the trying then? What trying is trying?
I'm trying to really commit to making large payments and making sure that my bills get paid, obviously, and everything else. And then whatever is left over is paying for the essentials, gas and groceries. And
okay, I get it. I get.
No more I don't even really go out to eat that much, but it's I was cutting back even more. I was trying.
Your biggest expenses weren't going out to eat. They weren't. But there was a lot of unknown shopping because there's a lot of just categories in here that are uh-oh. But again, you did spend more than you brought in. But actionable, again, if you're trying, why wouldn't we do the most simple thing, which is literally make a budget?
I haven't.
I am already struggling to trust you, which I do not like within 10 minutes of a conversation.
I'm trying.
But I don't think you know what that word means.
I'm optimistic that things are going to get better.
Well, being blindly optimistic leads to you getting... It's going to be their responsibility to take care of their mom because the mom wasn't responsible enough to think, hey, maybe I should be an adult for a second.
This is so funny. I can't wait to get into the next credit card.